So I haven't done an update on my illness for a while now, and I got asked this question, so I thought I'd combine the two. I've got a chronic illness called a chronic UTI, which means that the bacteria is embedded into my bladder lining. It's not interstitial cystitis. Interstitial cystitis is a term for basically an inflamed bladder which has an underlying cause. My underlying cause is bacteria. And the reason why I know this is because in my urine samples, there's a ridiculous amount of white blood cells. And when there's a lot of white blood cells, it means that there is an infection present. So because I've been on antibiotics for the last 3 years on and off, I actually had a break before I got pregnant, which is why I was able to get pregnant. Obviously, being on long-term antibiotics kind of ruins your gut. And everything's linked. Everything's linked to your gut. I think your immune system is like 70% in your gut. Because of that, I am really, really sensitive to foods. And I can't take probiotics to replenish my gut because it flares me. So it's like a vicious circle. Before I got this chronic UTI, I was allergic to gluten anyway. So that was always, ticked off the list. However, since becoming this chronic UTI, I have developed allergies to onion, rice, bell peppers, sugar, any refined sugar. So I can have certain fruits, but I can't have your sweets. I also can't have salmon. It's too fatty. My stomach can't break it down. I also can't have quinoa, lentils. At one point I couldn't have chickpeas, but I think I can have chickpeas now. Basically, it was just a long list of trial and error to figure out what was flaring me and what was triggering me. Oh, I can't have garlic either, which is quite common when you have sort of bowel issues. Also, because I've been on long-term antibiotics, I control my IBS through my diet. So therefore, reducing all of these foods that trigger me also help my IBS as well. Everything's linked. My bladder problems, my IBS, my hormone health, my gut problems, it's all linked. Which is why I try and have a very, very clean diet without any sugar and without any sort of refined carbs either. I do live off potatoes though. But I know if I've eaten the wrong thing, because sometimes I can just get excruciating urethral pain or my stomach is literally in bits. Now, as I said, the reason why is because antibiotics have sort of ruined my gut, but I would choose being on antibiotics over having an active infection and being in the pain that I was 3 years ago. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even move. Whereas these antibiotics have made me better. However, as I am now pregnant, my counts have gone all the way through the roof. And I am back on antibiotics, obviously safe ones in pregnancy, but I'm being monitored closely. And you can't have a UTI whilst you're pregnant because it's really dangerous. But let me know if you have any questions and I'll happily answer them.